Finally got it to work. That's good. You guys don't even understand. I have been fucking fidgeting with this thing for God knows how long. It did not want to turn. Did not want to go live for some reason. No idea why. Today we're gonna be talking about Space Bros. Specifically, y'all know about the Psycho Kitty situation by now, and if you don't, complex situation. But either way, today we're gonna be talking about my show. The criticisms, well, the fake criticisms my show is getting, possibly some real criticisms that maybe some of the audience may have, and going into that kind of stuff. As someone who is very into writing, very into storytelling, I am very interested in hearing, I'm actually interested in hearing some real critiques of the show by people who actually have watched it. Possibly some things that could be improved upon, and stuff like that. I've always been open to constructive criticism as long as the constructive criticism is actually real constructive criticism, and wasn't said by someone who actually hasn't watched the show. So, yep, that's pretty much what we're gonna be talking about today. Thank you. All right. Space Bros. Let's hear. And does anybody here have anything they want to say, regarding Space Bros? Like anything that they don't like, or even just something that you consider to be one of the negative traits? I am actually kind of curious. I genuinely like it. The characters are fun, but the story is a bit over the place. But one of my favorites. Show can improve on its storytelling a bit, but it's still really good. All right. See, this is how you're supposed to be talking, guys. This is good. You're being kind. You're being respectful. You're saying things that you like about it, and you're saying things that you think could be better. This is how proper constructive criticism, friendly constructive criticism, is meant to be handled. All right, to answer the first one, regarding the storytelling being all over the place, I think it just feels that way because episodes aren't the longest, and, when you watch it all together, it does create, like, more of an illusion of that sort of coherency that all the episodes are, like, connected, because they are. And there's actually a lot of, like, Space Bros is one of those shows where you have to use a lot of context clues and a lot of stuff that's almost, I want to say, hidden in the episodes to piece it together. It's like a big puzzle. But even for the people that weren't able to put the pieces together early, the show does explain it, like, outright for viewers later on as it continues. Regarding the story. Second thing was, that characters could have more screen time, right? I understand that. Like, I understand, like, there's a lot of people that want Ava to have more screen time, and stuff like that. But my thing is, there's a lot of stuff with Ava, and I've actually been saving all of that for another, like for season 2. But Ava is gonna get some decent, like at least a decent chunk of screen time in the finale. But yeah, I understand people thinking maybe there should be more screen time for certain characters, but with our limited runtime that we had to do to increase the show's quality, honestly, it doesn't leave us for much time to, focus on, like, if we focus too much on one character instead of equally proportioning the screen time, it may end up ruining the show's overall quality to display the character's personal traits, flaws, and personalities. I know. characters are very cool. I like the cartoony style. One thing I see is that it definitely not for children. Maybe make sure people know it's. No, no, it's not. It's not made for kids. It's made for everyone. The cursing has only happened what twice over the course of the series, over the episodes, and it's always censored every single time. Um, yeah, it's not made for kids. I mean, consider like all the weird jokes like Gravity Falls has, funny jokes, but you know that go over kids' heads and stuff. I'd say it's completely reasonable to say that Space Bros is at least PG, like teetering on PG-13. Um, I would say the show's demographic is more lean towards teens. Um, it's lean towards, I guess, possibly a lot of kids that maybe have, disabilities, like regarding like autism and ADHD, as I have autism and ADHD myself. So I feel like there's like I put a lot into the show that makes it really enjoyable for people with that specifically, which I think is nice because there's not a lot of shows that are like that, Um, um, my favorite constructive criticism is when people go, "Oh, this isn't my person. This isn't for me personally, therefore it's bad." Dude, that's so real. There are so many people that are like that. Like the other shows, but I do wish I could get to know the character's background or their story. We are going to get to that at some point. The characters actually have very, very well written backstories, at least in my personal opinion. Are you gonna be okay with all this stuff going on? I'm trying my hardest. It's very difficult, but hopefully we're gonna get past everything. Hey guys, can you give me some constructive criticism? I hate you. What? That's how it is, bro. I know you ate bleach, bro. Don't eat bleach. It's bad for you. That's a good one. Everything's really colorful, and you like that, but it also takes a lot of time to process. That's really good. That's actually a really good one. The reason I made the show like as colorful as it is, using a variety of these different kind of colors, was because I noticed shows like Has Been, Hell of a Boss, Lackadaisy, a lot of like Steven Universe, a lot of modern or like really classic indie shows or shows in general tend to have a very like similar looking color palette that they use over and over again. I wanted my show to be diverse with its color palette by basically making its color palette non-existent. I'd say if you had to pick color palettes, we use a lot of greens and a lot of purples. Um, is this the space walls I've been hearing about? Bro, nah. What are you talking about, dude? You're talking about the comedy movie? No. This is an indie show. I think the only criticism I could see would be make the audio a little more crisp because sometimes it's hard to hear what characters are saying. That is a problem we keep trying to fix and we never manage to. We're not working with the best equipment, which is why the show isn't always going to be the best quality. It's a miracle the show's quality is getting as good as it's getting, to be honest. But there's not really much else we can do regarding that problem specifically. We're looking into it, but there's really not much else we can do. We're trying though. If that makes sense. Alright. This is actually really interesting. What coincidence, I just saw your recent YouTube short and commented on this. But yeah, right now I'm accepting constructive criticism for my show, considering the fact that people say I can't take constructive criticism when the people that said that and gave me that large thing of constructive criticism were people that actually hadn't even watched the show in the first place. So, yeah. But I actually do kind of want to hear some constructive criticism. It got me thinking. I want to hear that from people that actually have watched the show and do enjoy it. There's not a lot of character, but I love every about it because of that. There's not a lot of characters. There actually is going to be a ridiculous amount of characters by the time the show is done. Um, but yeah, right now we only have limited runtime, so I thought it would be best to not have too many characters. At least not yet. But you didn't hear it from me in the new episode. We may be releasing a character that some people have been wanting to see for quite some time now. I love seeing every new episode get better and better. It keeps me on my toes. One of my favorite things, right, is the fact that the show, it's always, like, every episode is in a different art style, which helps us support a lot of smaller artists and creators, which I think is great. He can't handle criticism, son. They called him Clarkson. As a show writer, I must say that the animation style has much more potential, but since it's not officially aired on TV, I'd understand why it's not great, but it's amazing. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like a lot of indie shows don't take advantage of the fact that they're indie shows on YouTube. I saw what happened with those people attacking you on Discord and on YouTube. It was really messed up. Especially, which is just, well, you got my support. Thank you. It's so funny that they called you I know, right? I like the taste of, but bro, Hi Clarkson from Has-Been Hotel is crazy. Can't handle constructive criticism, and it's just criticism that came out of nowhere from a grown-ass adult. A grown-ass adult, mind you, that hasn't actually watched the show that they were criticizing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I think they maybe watched the pilot. I'm not positive, though. I think not even that. I think they watched the concept trailer because of something they said. That, like, I think they watched the concept trailer, for the show. And then they made a whole ass, like, written analogy on the inner machinations of the show. I love seeing all the colors you put into the world. As an artist, it's cool to see so many people support you. Your show is honestly has some of the best jokes deliveries I've seen in a while. Thank you. Again, like I'm saying, like, I noticed back in the, like, 2010s, 2000s, shows were a lot more colorful back then, and I kind of miss that, Like, I miss when things had color. Instead of everything kind of just blending into the background with the same colors being reused. Has-Been Hotel is just different shades of reds and yellows. You know what I mean? Like, I want there to be variety. Again, no disrespect to Has-Been or Helluva, you can enjoy both of those shows if you want. I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't like. I really like it. The color can be quite vibrant at times, which isn't your issue, and the character dialogue could be paced a little better. Overall, the Newgrounds art style is really charming. Thank you. I like that how even though the show's quality is getting better, it still has that Newgrounds aesthetic and style. Like, even as it improves, it still has that. It's still itself. It hasn't changed. I think that's what I like about it. Again, like I was saying, I do wish, like, again, I think it's just a matter of, like, runtime. To increase the show's quality as much as we've been increasing it, we've had to cut the runtime essentially in half, which leaves us with not much time. But I guess it is also kind of working in our favor, considering that in this age of the internet, short-based content is becoming incredibly popular because people have shorter attention spans. One of my favorite things about your show is the background stuff, like the posters or references and stuff. It's hard to find the pilot, but it's hard to find the plot. But it's really good and can't wait to see how the story goes. There is a lot in the plot. Like, who hired Dr. Fizzle to take out the Space Bros? Why are they being hunted in the first place? Are there other people hunting them down? Who is that character that we keep seeing appearing essentially in the background and then disappearing that the other characters seemingly can't see? What's the deal with Mark? What even is Mark? What's the deal with Mark's dad? Is Mark a god? Are there other gods? Um, what's the deal with Clarkson? Did they ever get that demon out of his body? If you pay attention, you realize it never was a demon. It was actually the spirit of Mark's grandma because you see him consume a purple skull and we hear Mark talking about how his grandma passed away. Guys, there is tons of shit you guys are just not picking up on. It's one of like Matt Pat would love this show. It is filled with so many like just interesting things. You go back and watch it, you find something you never noticed before. And I think that's what makes it so one of the things I guess that makes it great. But yeah, there is a whole lot of story, and that's just the base level. Somebody made a whole documentary picking apart the like inner workings of the show. That's how you know it's deep. Um, Wait, is the deal with Clarkson? What? What are you talking about? I have 100% belief that Tamaku's friend didn't even want to give you criticism or genuinely wanted to help. She just wanted to trash on your show because Tamaku's was mad at you for whatever. Exactly. Um, Clarkson is my favorite amazing has-been Meta, Sunset, Gaslight, Steven, Knights, Digital, Jax, Pomni, Ragatha character. So amazing. That's wonderful. That's beautiful, Katie. Um, Finally made it into a Space Bro stream. Oh yeah, right now I'm taking some kind constructive criticism for the show. Talking about a lot of things I feel like people in the fandom don't really seem to get or are confused about. I'm just clearing a lot of things up, really just talking with my fan base. Another thing that people like criticism was like the show barely has any runtime. It's so short and like there's barely any content and it's like dude, Psycho Cuties has 2 episodes and 85% of the second episode is Mimi mentally gooning. At least my show at least my show is like introducing like fucking introducing villains, it's creating consequences for the character's actions, it's ultimately building everything up. I think the finale of season 1 is going to really show that like all the episodes did matter. I think the finale specifically, it utilizes something from almost every episode that you guys have viewed so far. It's like the ultimate combination of everything that the viewers have learned about the characters, everything that we know about them, everything that the villains have been up to, everything that the Space Bros have been up to. It really shows you that it was worth it. It's worth the payoff, trust me. And plus you can tell that like stuff's building up now that Dr. Fizzle's like we finally learned why Dr. Fizzle like we saw him in Christmas sniping, why it only took a few minutes for the bullet to hit through the window. It's because he's been stalking them this whole time and he's after them. Uh okay. To do yeah, I've watched all your Space Bros yesterday and I really enjoyed it so much. Thank you, thank you. That was just wild. I looked it up. Clarkson's from Final Destination. What the hell? Ellie, what are you talking about? This is normal after seeing the shorts you posted. I've been crying for hours. Aw, bro, it's okay. It's okay, bro. Everything's gonna be alright. My friends and I made the term called Bluetooth goo when you just so spiritually connected to a character you can Bluetooth. Yeah, I love Dr. Fizzle. Oh yeah, there's so many. I know how my fandom is with Dr. Fizzle. I know how you guys are. I'm just so like it's great to have Jake voicing Dr. Fizzle. It's amazing to have like such a popular person voicing this character that was originally just supposed to be a one-off character, and now they've become such an integral part of the story that the fan base really adores. Can I say something? It's not about the show, but it's important. Of course you can. Bro, Space Bros is genuinely so good, bro. You're ready to tell. Yeah, I know, right? Clarkson is from the emoji. What the hell? It's honestly funny how people are asking why you voice act in an 18+ show when most of the audience aren't 18. Exactly. Most of the people like you're not 18 and you're working on an 18+ show, and it's like you're younger than me and you're a part of the show's fan base. Also, it's a common practice in Hollywood for young actors to play older characters and stuff like anime, Western cartoons, and indie shows. Hi, I just found your channel not too long ago. I honestly really enjoy your show. The question if you were going okay with fan art or headcanons for your OCs and characters. Of course. I'm okay with headcanons, OCs, and headcanons for my characters. It's perfectly alright. As long as they're not too strange. I still so badly want to feed this community by making full Space Burst 3D character models and making them public for everyone. Bro, that'd be awesome. Um, um, just talking about, like, stuff involving the writing of Space Bros, taking some friendly constructive criticism from the audience, answering questions, that kind of stuff. The Has Been a Tell fandom is literally filled with five-year-old. I know! Most people in the Psycho Cuties fandom are 14 to 17 years old, anyways. Someone who's 14. I know, I'm older than these motherfuckers. It's not even that bad. Bro, it's okay that. Is it okay that I watch Space Bros? I'm not. Oh no, Space Bros isn't 18 plus. It's just Psycho Cuties. Space Bros is PG teetering on PG 13. You're good. How can I voice in Space Bros? I guess be patient until we make a casting call. Headcanon Star listens to Miku. He does. Star is absolutely an otaku. Me and my friend are working on a Clarkson and Star cosplay. I've seen other Space Bros cosplayers. I've seen Nori cosplayers. Somebody's working on a really good Clarkson cosplay. Honestly, like I've seen at least multiple Ava cosplayers. One of which was at a convention. It's just been amazing. So basically, Dr. Fizzle is what happened with Serpentius from the pilot, right? He just got so popular, he's really interesting. Oh no, Dr. Fizzle is kind of like what would happen if Pilot Serpentius got everything that Vox wanted to achieve. If I had to compare them to has-been characters. But Dr. Fizzle's just such an interesting, like, character on his own. I feel like, Ava has a storage full of Dr. Pepper. Nah, Space Burst is rated R. Whoa, nah! Honestly, I don't know because I was on the school by the 10 years old. Angel doesn't. Whoa. You can't say that. I don't know if you can say that. Can they say that? I don't know if they can say that. I don't know if they can say that. Honestly, I don't know because, oh yeah, I read this. I love your channel. I haven't seen Space Bros yet, but I will. Please, I'm begging you. There's so many people that are like, I'll watch it eventually, and then they never do. Please actually watch Space Bros. It's so good. Has anyone cosplayed as Star yet? I don't know if they have, mainly because you have to, like, make a whole ass star cutout for your head. I will watch the show soon. Please, I am begging you to. It's so good. I would cosplay Ava if I could, but I'm... Ava's my favorite character. Nah, guys, Space Bros is really... What? Hey, Aiden, my grandparents' house. I didn't see this until now. Alright, I feel like the concept of Nori cosplay is really funny because she has like 2 seconds of screen time. So technically, like a little bit of screen time. We seen her arm twice, and then we saw her in the background. There is an episode where we finally get to like see a bit more of her. What is Clarkson's favorite? It's the disc. The Discord had to be shut down because of Tamaku's and Tamaku's friends breaking into the server, and just they were spying on us for weeks, and shit was crazy. I watched the first episode of Space Bros. The pilot. It only gets better. The animation, the writing, everything gets better from there. Please keep watching. You will not regret this. Found Space Bros from the video essay. What was wrong with that video? What was wrong with what video? Congrats on people who had the money and time to cosplay characters from Space Bros. I think Clarkson would like South Park. Lil. Star is my favorite character. He's just such a handsome little fella, bro. You don't. I know who you, bro. Space Bros is rated. What? Aiden, the stash is looking. Bro, are you guys gonna make another one? Of Space Bros? Of course we are. We're not even done yet. We have more episodes to make. Eddsworld and Space Bros would be tough. Not cosplay. Crossover. Yeah, that would be cool. Will you ever reopen the server? I would like to reopen the server one day, but I don't know if I can at the moment. For everyone's safety. I cosplayed Star, but I didn't have a YouTube channel at the time, and I didn't take any damn photos, so I can't post about it. What other shows do you like? I really like the Has Been pilot. Not so much a big fan of the series. The series is alright, but I love the Has Been pilot. Loved season 1 of Hell of a Boss and part of season 2 of Hell of a Boss. Was a big fan of Digital Circus until the end. Murder Drones, amazing. Love Murder Drones. Lackadaisy, great. Ramshackle, awesome. Metal Family, also great. Only criticism I really have is that I didn't really understand what was going on. I felt like it happened too fast, and the next episode's way better. But the next episodes were way better, and honestly, that's the only criticism. Yes, I will admit for some of the other episodes, it went by too fast. It's just because we didn't have much runtime. We're operating on a budget of practically $0, to be honest. It's amazing that the show actually exists in the first place, to be honest. We're trying our best to evenly pace things as much as we can given our runtime, but it's still difficult. And yeah, things are getting better, but it's still hard. Isn't the math by Space Bros takes about 17.5 minutes to one of the currently episodes. Exactly. Alright. I'm hiding towards. Are there any canon characters in Space Bros? Kind of. There are some, yeah, that we'll get to as the show continues. Dr. Pepper and Dr. Fizzle knew correction. Nah, bro. They're the same. Bro, he owns that shit. Hot take, Alistair in the pilot is better than the show. Not a hot take. Agreed. Metal Family mentioned Pilot Alistair was awesome. No, the entire pilot of the show was awesome. The animation was just so much cooler and more unique. The characters felt more in depth. The writing didn't feel as random. We had more time to process. How was the pilot of your show longer than all the episodes of your show? Like, dude. I'm watching this in our class. Wait, you like Metal Family? Of course I do. And I know all the controversy about it, but I still like Metal Family, dude. I'm a big believer of separating shows from their artists. Hey, and I'm sorry about this, but what's been happening to you? You don't deserve what Muka's friend's been doing and everything. You're human and deserve respect. Thank you. Ramshackle, Dr. Fizzle, and Dr. Remember. I already read this. Wait, what? I'm working on a murder. Oh, that's cool. If you had to pick between the Has-Been pilot, like Ramshackle or something, which Has-Been pilot. I do like Ramshackle though. Space Bros is PG-13, and please watch it. Space Bros is kind of like, it's PG teetering on PG-13, but mostly aimed at teens. How are you doing? I'm sorry they didn't. Hopefully everything with Tomikus clears up soon. Wait, is Metal Family controversial? Only a little, not as much as Psycho Kitty's. Wait, there's controversy with Metal Family. Yeah, just one of the voice actors did something really bad. That's pretty much it. Another hot take. I do like his character from the show, but I feel like there's so much they could have experienced. Exactly. Another hot take is really... Guys, stop critiquing Has-Been. We're supposed to be critiquing Space Bros. No. How old are the characters in the show? Like Clarkson. Clarkson is 22. Star is 19, going to become 20. Ava is 18, but permanently stuck at the age of 18 mentally because their personality core was damaged. Mark is her age. Dude's been alive for like long time. That's for all the main characters. I think I should probably release all the characters' ages in a video coming up soon. I hate Space Bros. Why? Well, because I can. Damn you, little Redditor. That's how it is sometimes. I actually have TADC has been. But on a real note, Clarkson is so freaking hilarious. He's just like, dude, Clarkson, Clarkson. I'm just a silly little goober. I'm just a silly little guy, bro. You ain't got nothing on me. Pew! So when is Clarkson's birthday? Ooh, I don't know if I want to reveal the character's birthdays yet. Why is she stuck at 18? Is she going to do more? It's mainly because, like, it explains why she's, like, a bit crazy. You know? When you're permanently stuck with teenage hormones for your whole life that never go away, like simulated teenage hormones, and it malfunctions, it can start to drive you a little crazy. And I thought the idea, like, immortality is a curse. We don't talk about the fact that robots never age. So I thought, what about a robot that never mentally ages either? But yeah, I'm planning on making a little animation with Mark and his dad with the song. I feel so weird. So hyped because me and my friends are also making an indie show. Somebody should make an animatic of Baron Vane singing "You'll Be Back." Project. Do you want the TD? Did you watch it? Yes, I did watch the 80s finale. Sorry, I'm not gonna spoil anything. Yeah, I did watch it. I'm not gonna spoil anything either. So Star going to age and Ava is gonna stay like that. No, there's a possibility. I won't spoil it if they like they might repair her personality core at some point. Um, but yeah, it's overall just a very complicated situation. We need an episode where we learn how Mark became friends with the others, because I genuinely want to know how a borderline immortal god decided to become friends with these random space scoobers. That is so. I cannot wait to get into Mark's backstory. All the shit with Mark and his parents and like the shit connected to what Mark's parents are a part of is so like the lore. It becomes like one of the most important aspects of the show. It ties into almost everything. Um, wait, do emoji we do? You're so right. Wait, where's Sunny? Where's Sunny? Oh, I thought Sunny was here. I don't see many people on YouTube who don't want drama or really cool. Like, thank you for being a fun YouTuber. Which Space Force character would have an emo phase? Either Clarkson or Star. How are you? Bro, I love Mark. He's such a vibe. He is a vibe. Anyway, critiques, criticisms, questions regarding the writing or the characters or anything really. Just keep them coming. Do you by chance see the artwork I made for Space Force? I usually see a lot of the fan work, so I'm pretty sure I may have seen yours. Question. I'm gonna make an indie show, but I don't know what it should be called. Anything you could recommend? Don't know about that. Don't know anything about the show, so I couldn't exactly recommend a name to you. You're the ultimate silly Billy of YouTube. Star loves emo. Star loves emo music because Star is just. Mark cosplay would be so peak. It would be so peak. I think the girl characters are really underused. They're always in the background. Well, there aren't really many girl characters. There's Ava. Evie hasn't been introduced yet, and Nori, I'm trying to build up suspense because they're a really important character that I want to get into. Also, same thing with Ava. The thing is, I guess the reason I've been holding off on like that so much is because, like I said, limited runtime and stuff. And, I really don't want to mess up their characters. I want to take the proper time. I want to, I want to build it up as time goes on. EB, there is one called Evie. Yeah, the blue robot character, the Dr. Fizzle's working on, that we see in the new episode. They're also on the poster for the show. If it's too much to ask. I'd love to be a voice actor for Space Bros. Real. Um, I guess just like wait until we do a casting call and maybe you can get your chance. I've heard from the odd ones out if you record under a blanket or space. Oh yeah, I've done that. Um, bro, I'm so sad the thing with the Discord server happened. Y'all didn't even get to see my cool new blue hair. Aw. Um, Eevee turns into blue Pokemon. Eevee. I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like the bonding time episode was teasing me a little bit because I thought we'd get more with Mark and his dad. I'm super invested in it. Oh yeah, well think about it. We barely knew anything about Mark's parents. We knew that we learned that his whatever species of thing that he is can die. Um we learned that because wherever he was during the phone call, he couldn't teleport in, maybe because there was an important event going on and whoever his parents were wouldn't let him leave. We know that his dad has some kind of control over his powers. Um, Also, we finally understand why, for certain things, Mark didn't just use his powers to solve certain situations. One, because he's lazy, but also there's the possibility his dad may not have actually been letting him use his powers at that time. It's one of the biggest fixes I think I came up with in terms for plot holes, while also being relevant to the story. We are going to get more on Mark and his dad in season 2. Someone who's loved getting into writing is something need to figure out yourself. I know it's not the best advice, but it's very true. I've been practicing with different writing styles, trying to see what fits me, and I don't really think I have one specific one that I like more than the other. I like darker concepts, I like lighter-hearted concepts, and I like everything in between. Is there any character in Space Bros that you actually don't like? As a creator, to say that, I genuinely, I'm not really sure. That's a really complex question, and I don't know if I can even answer that, to be honest. It was my real name, and Ava is Space Bros. Like, I acted, I think so. I love it so much. I rant to my online friends about the drama, and they asked why I was upset, and they replied, I ain't reading all that. Well, nobody has to get involved in the drama or know about it. Interesting. Ava's mentality 18 due to personal car being digital character really deep with it. I know. I really think it's just an interesting concept for a character in general, especially a robot character. Someone said that your hair looks edible. You can't eat my hair. That would be weird. My hair is my hair. Please don't eat my hair. Make a fan-made intro for Space Bros with my guitar band. Of course. Aiden, what other things have you voiced in other than Space Bros and the show that we shall not be named? Mr. Prismo's coming up. I guess we can say the concept thingy, episode thingy for the Judas Friend. I voice acted in that. Soon I'm going to be the voice of Jeff the Killer Jeff the Stalker. We can't call him Jeff the Killer for copyright reasons. In the Slender Mansion show. And I'm going to be voicing a character called Felix in something that I can't talk about right now. I'm trying to start an indie show myself. Might have to be short comics for now. I would be interested in voicing a few of my characters. Possibly. Zing. Bro, favorite creepypasta is Toby. Is it bad I low-key simp for Star? Bro. Sleepy Slugs, you got competition. You're a great voice actor. Can't wait to see you voice more. Thank you. Do we see any mom-child conflicts later on? Absolutely. If you had to dispose of a 5'7", I don't even know how to respond to that question. I have to go, but I'm good to make it a stream. Bye. Yes. He is always gonna be my favorite and one of my comfort characters. But yeah, I just shall leave here. I want to be brought to tears with family conflicts. I mean, Space Bros at its core is a show about found family, so what I like is that it's realistic. They still fight with each other, they still argue. It's not giving the message that your found family is perfect. It's sometimes you just need somebody, people, to be there for you, even if it's not always the best, even if you fight sometimes. Space Bros poster and put it on my wall. That would be cool. We want to sell these soon. Are we getting spoilers? No, we're not. That's always kind of been my mission statement with the show. Hey, Angie. Someone drew Dr. Fizzle. I've seen a lot of Dr. Fizzle fan art and fan animations. I watched the first episode. Do you like it? You gonna watch the rest, please? Fourth Date with Clarkson. Yeah. The first episode was like back in like 2014, not 24. 2024. I think. We get to see more planets and locations and space birds and future on. Yes, we absolutely will. There's going to be one planet in particular that's going to be very important to the plot. I wish you the best. Can Mark physically move planets' resources? If so, why doesn't he just crush Dr. Fizzle and Evil Clarkson? You called him fucking Evil Clarkson? His name is Baron Vane. Fucking Evil Clarkson. But yeah, no. It's not the way it works. Mark has to be directly in front of the thing that he's moving. Also, it takes a lot of energy for him to move things, especially that size, because he's not really moving them. He's essentially teleporting them really, really fast at a certain speed, which gives the illusion that it's floating and hovering. Seriously, everyone only and the fandom only associated with Evil. I know, bro. Evil Clarkson, dude. My friends are willing to watch Space Bros, and I feel like such a jester talking to them about it, and they have no idea what I'm even referencing. Well, as long as you like Space Bros and you want to watch Space Bros, it's alright. That's how I'm done. Yeah. What if he was in front of Fizzle's ship? It could work as long as his dad isn't canceling out his powers when that happens. My favorite part in the next Space Bros episode is where Mark turns into a unicorn and covers Dr. Fizzle in... What? Just doing what's going on. Talking about stuff with the writing, characters, all that kind of stuff. Emo Clarkson, perhaps? Nah. We are truly Space Bro. Finale of season 3, most likely. Nah. You know, guys, I guess you could say we really are Space Bros. So bad. Not his name is Evil Clark. No, it's not Evil Clarkson. Clarkson is here, dude. What? I hope Space Bros gets the views it needs so we can get a second season. Me too. You could totally do as a concept evil. Evil doppelganger versions of Clarkson in space. Nah. Where Star Bowtie went? The Void. No, they even thought you were talking about Clarkson. Angel must be making an appearance. Mark, you go right. Star, you go left. Ava, you just be Ava. Space Bros on 1, 2, 3. Space Bros! Oh my god. Mark, you go right. Star, you go left. Ava, you just be Ava. Alright. Space Bros on 3. 1, 2, 3. Space Bros! And that's how I learned that the real Space Bros are the friends we made along the way. I asked my friend if they could watch Space Bros, and they said he would, and he liked it. So I invited him to the server. Unfortunately, the server doesn't... Unfortunately, that place doesn't exist anymore. Maybe it will again one day, but unfortunately for people's safety, I had to shut it down. That was weird. Why is the plot convenience ray never utilized again after it's mentioned in the pilot? It was in the new episode. It was in the new episode. We see it make a comeback in Star's lab. Dude, I'm laughing so much. This is too beautiful. We can beat the one-off villain if we work together. How do you feel that you are now legally ward? You have decided who's gonna voice Evie? I think I've mostly decided. Fourth fandom. So, bro, oh no, Sleepy Slug is here. They're gonna simp over Star. Nah, that's alright. Because the plot convenience ray was left at home. It was left at home, dude. Nah. I'm not gonna like spoil anything, but maybe there's a possibility we finally see what it does in the finale. And then it was eaten by vampires. Star fan. Don't forget. Aiden, when he sees comment he can't reward. I feel like Clarkson would nah, Clarkson ain't like that. Star mentioned. Plot convenience ray took a vacation. Guys, we can do this friendship. Chill. All right. Why does Star's point of exposure and vulnerability always resort in him being the specific target of bullying or creature bites? Well, Star in almost any other show would be kind of broken down into the, like, you know, the angry, sad one, but we were smarter than that, and we kind of made him, like, you know, like, he jabs back sometimes. You know, he's willing to be mean back. He's one of the only characters like that actually, you know, reacts in a way that a human being would respond to being treated that way. Awesome. Well, won't need the plot convenience ray anymore. Who knows? Twin, I haven't watched it yet. I'm here for the vibes. It's the rules, man. I gotta put you on a timeout. You gotta go watch the show. Them's the rules. Sorry, buddy. Out of Space Bros characters who do you think would watch Gacha Life videos? Inspired your character design in Space Bros. I didn't have a lot of inspirations growing up as a kid, considering the fact that a lot of the shows I watched didn't really have aliens in them. Even though I was obsessed with UFOs and aliens and space and all that stuff. Shows I watched when I was a kid were like Troll Hunters, Three Below, Wizards, The Hollow, She-Ra, you know, a lot of Netflix stuff. If you're here, have you watched Join the Space Bros cult? Troll Hunters was peak. I binged all of Space Bros at like 3 a.m. like 3 days ago. Do you like it? Three Below is literally about aliens. Yeah, but like the aliens weren't alien enough. There were some things that actually did, like from Three Below, that did inspire this a little bit. Oh, but at the time when I made them, I don't think Three Below had existed yet. You know, that came out way later. Yeah, the animation comp in the server is still gonna be a thing since the server shut down. Unfortunately, no. Last you said Clarkson was a gummy. Does it include his jacket? No, his jacket is not gummy. I'm so sad Shiro was deleted from that. I know, right? When will the merch of Space Bros come out? We've been trying everything to get it to come out, and things just... We're really trying our hardest. Fingernail biting sounds. Getting into Space Bros, and I love it so much. Thank you. Have you seen Troll Hunters movie with your brother? Oh, I hated the Troll Hunters movie. It ruined everything. If the plot convenience ray is a physical object designed for convenience, why didn't it manifest itself when Clarkson left it at home? Because the object itself needs to be deployed. It needs to be fired in order for the convenient thing to happen. Without it being fired, it's just an object. The properties of the plot convenience ray aren't within imbued the object itself. It is quite literally after the object fires that the convenient thing happens, like sort of an object permanent situation. Um, if there had to be a new Trollenders, it should at least be Ben and Steve. Yeah. I like the movie where they killed Toby. I know, and then they reversed everything, so nothing mattered. Question: is there any show or something that inspired lore for your characters? Inspired? There's so many things. Hey, just joined. Sorry I'm late. It's all right. We're almost done though. Is there lore reason for the characters' designs changing? Well, to be honest, the character designs really haven't changed all that much. It's really just Ava, to be honest with you. And that's because they're a robot and their body was rebuilt by Star. Um, the reason, I think you mean the art style, it's so that we can help out smaller creators that don't really have a chance to get out there as much. So we make each episode done in a different art style by a different animator in collaboration with me. Definitely give it some time before changing the Discord. Yeah, I think that's for the best. Took Star. Sleepy Slug took Star's bow tie? Nah. Nah, that's crazy. Who's your favorite character in your show? That's really hard to say. I really like a lot of them so much. Would anything happen if Mark did actually try to eat Clarkson or what if I have all of his belongings. Can you shout out my indie project, Birkin off? I can try. If I see anything about it, I will make sure to make a video talking about it and telling people to go check it out. Hi Sleepy Slugs, love your animation. I forced my whole friend group to watch Space Bros and they loved it. See, this is my thing, right? Everyone that watches it loves it. You know what I mean? Even the people that are hating on it, agreeing with, Tom Cruise's friend and all these people, even they watched it and said that they enjoyed it. So, like, dude, it's just so universally enjoyable. It just has a little bit of something for everyone, you know what I mean? Space Bros needs more views. It does. Guys, we need more fan animations. We need more edits. We need more theories. We need more videos, chat. We need more views, please. Space with the brothers. We have to be in space with the brothers, chat, please. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. My friends don't watch it because they're so I don't know why people hate on it. At the end of the day, they still I know. Sorry I haven't really been active here. I haven't watched it yet. It sounds amazing. You still haven't watched it? Please go watch it, please. Everyone says they're gonna go watch it and then they never do. My favorite character is Mark. I think that's his name. Yes, it is Mark. I posted about it on my channel. I just need to make some edits and fan. Remember to use hashtag Space Bros so it appears with other fan content. Seriously, season moderation. Brother. Let's give Space Bros more views, guys. Yeah, rewatch the episodes, chat. Space Bros said nobody. I'll join the Space Bros cult if you're here watching the stream. You're now a part of the Space Bros cult. There's a lot of people already part of the Space Bros cult. Bet you'd get so many views if there was a scene where... Nah. I drew Clarkson and I posted on the community. Well, I promise y'all don't LARP. Watch the show. Yes, Space Bros called. All hail Lord Clark. All hail Lord Clarkson. All hail. All hail. All hail. Have you seen Bad Sleep? No, bro. What the hell? Why is everyone simping for the character you want? Watch the show, chat. We need to make Lord Clarkson and Ditre happy. My back hurts so much. This chair is not as comfortable as you'd think it would be. I think it's one of my favorite shows at the moment. Well, it's up there. I was rewatching Space Bros late at night, and my mom came in and started yelling at me to go to bed. No! Really gave Toby Fox vibe. I love that. Thank you. Are you all alone on a late night? Your friends abandoned you like the slime you are? Sales gone down the drain, drain, drain. Living in a goddamn garbage can? Well, I have a special deal for lonely hearts like you! I'm debating, should I make Space Bros characters my Kamagachi Islands? Should I convince my mom to watch Space Bros? Won't. Put a picture on a collection of my wall, but they're called him ugly. Won't. Must feed the simps to the space octopus in the hole in the fire. Won't. That's crazy. Sound like a vacuum. I do not sound like a vacuum cleaner. Toby Fox vibes. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big shot. Now's your chance to be a big shot. Be a big shot. Now's your chance. Now's your chance. Why are you so weird? I don't know why I'm so weird. Do you watch Stranger Things? I did watch Stranger Things. Saw the ending. Was incredibly disappointed. Now's your chance. I auditioned to play Spamton in Deltarune the Musical. Didn't get it though. I must clarify, if and when I do watch Space Bros, I will be making a self-insert. Nah, bro, that's cool. Have you seen any anime? I've seen lots of animes. Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia, Death Note, High School DxD, Over the Moon for You, fucking, whatchamacallit, Jujutsu Kaisen, and just like a whole bunch more. I've seen a lot of isekais. They didn't make our canon, so it's just kind of sad to listen to because Demon Slayer? Yes, Demon Slayer. I've seen Demon Slayer too. And Chainsaw Man. I'm drawing Space Force right now. Aw, that's neat. Did you watch Promised Neverland? I keep hearing about it. I heard it like gets really bad towards the end. Like the next season afterwards. For David Clarkson. No, I began my the guys she was interested in wasn't a guy. Lies April is actually phenomenal. I love the anime called. Have you seen I keep hearing about that one. When are we gonna get the Doki Doki Literature Club anime? When are we gonna get the guy trapped in Monika's DDLC pilot? When is it happening? We're never gonna get it, bro. It's time for part 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. Can't believe you're all mine. You and me for all time. I'm never, ever, ever gonna be alone again. The dream... Lovebirds, you and me for all eternity in my reality. It's the guy trapped in Monica's DDLC. I've been cursed. She's the worst. Now you're stuck with me. We're never gonna be apart. Of course I know the baller knowledge. Words of advice for beginning animators. Take your time. Even if you don't start out with good animation, over time you will improve. Just don't give up. Now's your chance. Who would Clarkson's favorite Little Pony character be? Fluttershy. You're an amazing singer. Bro, I barely sung. Hold up. I'm gonna try Funny Things. I'm gonna try the song The Funny Things. It's a Jack song. As the years pass you by, it seems worthless to try and escape from this digital dream. So you start introspecting, reforming, reflecting. And that's why your head with banana cream. Just think of the funny things that could happen to you or anybody else in the entire crew. Pull a prank, make them fall on their backs to the wall, and you stick with the only folks you can recall like glue. And you'll be laughing too. Alright, what's another one? Is this gonna be the Aiden sings before he goes stream? Alright, I'll try. Now, really quickly for the memes, I gotta do the hello, I'm your neighbor. Goodbye, I'll see you later. Alright, let me think. Let me think here. I'll do the Digital Circus theme. Welcome to the amazing Digital Circus! My name is Kane. I'm your ringmaster, and I'm here to show you the most mind-bending. Isn't that right, Bubba? That's right, Kane. I can't wait to see what you got cooking up for today. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the stuff. There's Gangle and Zooble and Kinger too. There's Raggeth, the Jax, and there's Kaufmo. Woohoo! Day after day after day after day after day we fly across the moon and the sun and we don't know why. There we go. I'm just singing things now because people want me to sing. I'm gonna try doing Addict from Has Been now. By Silverhound. Till death do us part, but we're already past that phase. This is a brand new start, and I think I deserve some praise for the way that I am. Despite having overdosed and ending up comatose, I don't give a damn. I let my emotions go. Fuck me. I'm still trying not to get demonetized. This is the mantra, this is my life. You're playing now till the end of the night. Surrounded by fire, the passion ignites. A hit of that heaven and hell, one hell of a high. I'm addicted to the madness. This hotel is my Atlantis. We're forever gonna have a fucking reason to sin. Let me leave, soul to burn, and I'll be breathing it in. Alright, there we go. What song should I do now? Wait! Zubul just swore! So that means Kane really is gone! How could you just completely delete them? Are you crazy? Of course you're crazy! Maybe we can figure this out, guys. There's nothing to figure out now. Not enthused? Feel real confused? Oh, what a goddamn shame! Congratulations! All that remains is this destroyed domain! Cause you're stupid. Wait, what would Ribbon say? What would Ribbon do? Running the show! Alright, wait, hold up. I'm gonna actually try singing Running the Show. Wait, hold up. I can make this even funnier. We're not watching your stupid show, Space Bros. We like psycho cuties. I see. And since when were you in charge? We're not doing it. Maybe I'm not getting through to you. It's news to me that it's news to you. To which degree, who answers to who? We could go on and on, but in the end, who are we kidding? My divinity is past infinity, am I getting through? Bam, 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 seems our regime has plummeted south. Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth. Why bite the hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting? It's time you see that this great marquee is the only place you're ever going to be. So strap on in and take it on the chin, and don't forget who's running the show. There we go. Chad, I know you're lying to me. I know my singing isn't as good as you're trying to make it sound, bro. What's a song I'm really good at singing? Oh, I'm really good at singing, like, old classical songs. Like, guys, watch this. And I can even do, like, the old classical voice and shit. Hey, Hoba man, hey, Dapper Dan. We both got our style, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be Beau Brummely, they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear, and not from head to toe, that matters. So, Senator, so long, General, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed. No, never fully dressed. You're never fully dressed without a smile. There we go. How was that, chat? Bro, you're just singing this cause it's Alistair, bro. What the heck? Yeah, bro. And I'm gonna cosplay. Oh, that'd be so cool. You understand what happened if you made a singing stream for fun? It would actually be peak. Oh, would it? My voice would be killing it. Sing Jack's Toy? Are you really still here watching that YouTube kid slap? Man, I really thought people would have better taste nowadays. Why don't you try doing something more mature, like taxes? But I know, you won't. I'm about to sing Jack's Toy because people want me to sing stuff for some reason. What's got you fuming, buddy? What's got you raging, dude? Did something piss you off? You better learn to cope soon. This place eats jokes for breakfast. You'll need some thicker skin. 'Cause if you're angry now, imagine how you'll feel when you check your bedroom and it's crawling with snakes. Jax! Bro, bro, I am not mentally okay. Get your Jax toy, get a little laugh, boy. So you're not down a clown, well, I won't let that get me down. I'm your Jax toy, have a little laugh, boy. I'd say I'm sorry, but it's not that kind of party. Woo! Jax toy, still me. Jax toy, I'll keep you company. Jax toy, still me. Jax toy. Woo! There we go. I started watching Space Bros animation and environment. What's another really good one? Ooh! Knock knock, who cares? But Jax's bit. Hold up. Calm down, you're fine. This is all in your mind. Cruel jokes can hide the feelings building inside. They're not your friends, you don't care about them. You don't need to pretend. Soon it's all gonna end. You've seen it happen again and again and again. I'm not repeating this word again. Bro, this is scratching an itch in my brain, chat. Scratching an itch in my brain. I didn't know I could feel this way. Steven Universe song? I always thought I might be bad. Now I know that I'm... Bro. Like, are we going to talk about how good the Steven Universe soundtrack is? This is Gone It. Back together. Wait. We're the Space Bros. Back together. And we're never going down at the hands of the likes of you because we're so much better. And every part of me is saying, go get 'em. The four of us ain't gonna follow your rules. Go ahead, try and kill us with your fancy tools. Let's go. What's another really good one from Steven Universe? I can make a difference. I can make a plan. I can make an effort. I can make a stand. I can make things better tonight. I can make a difference. I can make a change. It was like, starting with tonight. Oh yeah, so you can make things better. Wait, no. You can make things right. You can make things better. We don't have to fight. There we go. 'Cause we don't have to fight. Yeah, this is more higher. I don't do Massacre shit anymore. I don't do Psycho Cuties anymore. Dude, you ruined it. Let me think, right? I'm thinking here. If I could Rizzler in the back rooms with Grimace, I can riz about anything. Alright, hold up. Let me think of another really good song. Other Friends? It's gonna sound cringe, though. You ready? Well. Let's take a look at the menagerie. You must be garnet. You must be amethyst. And pink diamond's pearl. Well, they took you. Isn't that just swell? It can't be. Oh, but it can be. And it is. I got a new look and a new style that's gonna put an end to your happily ever after once and for all. Yeah, I've heard your little message to the universe. Oh, no! I'm fucking dying. Um. Oh, hi, Pumpkin. Um. Oh, yeah, right. Oh, I just love that part where Big Diamond spends the rest of their days at this has-been hotel with a bunch of has-beens. I'm fucking dying. That's right, I heard the story over and over again. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. That's right, I heard the story, don't really like how it ends. Gee, it's swell to finally meet her other friends. What did they say about me? What did they say? What did you do without me? What did you do? Did y'all play games without me? What did you play? Did you think all this time that I wouldn't find out about it? I think I can hit the notes fairly well, to be honest. Don't understand. Bro. Go away! I don't exist! I know, Ruby. It's my little sister. I'm busy. I'll play with you in a little bit. That's my little sister. Oh yeah, they love Space Bros. Every time I put on an episode, they always love watching it, and they ask me to rewatch it. They always point at Clarkson, and they're like, "That's you!" Every time he talks. See, that's why we shouldn't kill it. Oh, bro, guys, it's not that big a deal, chat. I need to do another song. Tongue, so Coffin of Andy and Lele, who? So, Andrew, have you fucked your sister yet? No, but I think I fucked yours. Oh! Legendary comeback by Andrew Graves. Legendary comeback by Andrew Graves. Bro was spitting facts, bro. Legendary comeback from Andrew Graves, if y'all know the Coffin of Annie and Lele. Legendary comeback from Andrew Graves. I wanted to voice the English dub of the show adaptation of that game, but stuff. Though I think I dodged a bullet. That's 2 controversial rows in 1 lifetime. At least it would have been. Stop making me giggle so much. I only get it. Huge. I spot a big fan in chat. No. Lele or the mom? Ashley. Bro, I've seen the Coffin of Annie and Lele. Where can I watch it or play it? The show is only in Spanish. It's in a few other languages, but not English on YouTube. And the game is, you can watch gameplays of it. It's all, yeah, it's problematic, but, I enjoy it for the psychological stuff. I've always been a big person on psychological stuff and psychological horror. Um, not saying I could completely fix Ashley Graves, but I mean, hear me out here, guys. But nah, I think just like the main problem is like, but yeah, I think it's just the main problem is the fan base. Like, yeah, it's way too far gone. I think the main problem with Ashley, just separate her from her brother, fix all of her toxicity, remove all of the codependency, and insecurities, and you've got yourself a decent person. Chat, I gotta get Dr. Horsepower. Um, but yeah, like I said, I was gonna play Andrew Graves, or at least I was going to. Would you guys like to hear the voice I was gonna do for Andrew Graves? Would you guys like to hear that? Don't know if you guys would want that though. Yes? Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright! Okay, okay, okay. Alright, here it is, here it is, here it is, chat. Ashley, did you hide my fucking cigarettes again? So, I'm curious. Do you have, like, any other hobbies besides fucking bothering me all day? What do we think, chat? Was it good? Was it good? You think it fits Andrew Graves? I think so. I think it kind of has the vibe that, I feel like his voice should have. Yay, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hooray, hooray. I have a question. What happened to Balloon? Balloon is here. Balloon is here. Balloon is here, guys. Don't worry. Balloon's here. Why does Aiden remind me of... 14. Who is bro? What are you talking about, guy? Um... Yeah, that's true. I'm nearly finished. I have to go and spoil laundry and deliver it anywhere anyways. Have a good night. Oh my god! It's been 1 hour. It's been 1 hour and I'm still here, guys. How would it feel if I told you that you inspired me to become a video animal molder? Aw. Alright, guys. Well, it's time to go. Catch you on the flip side. Thank you guys for spending time with me here today. Bye.